Hello, hello. I'm live after a few days. Abibi, I'm not 100% of my health, but at least chalo मैं live तो आ रहा हूँ. And the fact that I am live is a great thing, at least for me, because this means that I'm back to some sort of normalcy, semblance of normalcy, etc. etc. So as you can see, I'm not at a Starbucks. I'm at a McDonald's, and the reason I'm here is because the Starbucks here opens at 9 and McDonald's open at 4 a.m. I'm in Chandigarh. So I was obviously early and I got ready and I stepped out and I'm here. Okay, so what do I talk about? I don't know what do I talk about. So today is July the 4th, and 4th of July is exactly uh, the day when is the day when Americans got independence. Apparently, it's their 250th year, and I think I have been inspired by American culture, probably more by Indian culture, and I want to talk about that for 10 seconds. So obviously, I grew up in India. I grew up in uh, uh, middle class North Indian locality. North Indian meaning Delhi locality, and all that I know, all that I learned is from that space. कि जुगाड़ कैसे करना है, आलस कैसे करना है, अपना काम कैसे निकालना है, लोगों से बात कैसे करनी है. So I learned all of that from being a North Indian. Okay, there's good light. I'm going to shift and see if I get good light in my face. Wow. Okay, this is better. Because there is sun and there's steering too. I'm sitting in the sun, by the way, because I'm cold and I want to be able to fix this cold, man. Anyways, so I grew up as a North Indian, and I obviously am super proud of that, and I love the fact that am I need my space. I'm loud. I'm okay, and I'm doing all of those things. However, growing up, I started reading a lot of American-inspired fiction. So John Grisham पढ़ा मैंने बहुत सारा. I read Sue Grafton. I was telling somebody last night about Sue Grafton. I read Sue Grafton. I read John Grisham. I read a lot of Jeffrey Archer. Jeffrey Archer is more, let's say, European, but I read a lot of these crime fiction books. I also saw a lot of these American movies. I think the biggest export from cultural sense from America was their movies and sitcoms and music. So I saw a lot of new movies. I saw some sitcoms. I have not seen Friends. I haven't seen How I Met Your Mother or whatever. But I did listen to a lot of music from Bryan Adams, Canada, America. A lot of music from Bon Jovi. A lot of music from Guns N' Roses and stuff. So हुआ क्या कि I grew up in India, wherein I was in India, and I knew that I was not going to get out of India. And I had this American education happening to me. And education because I'm seeing, let's say, Wonder Years on TV, and Wonder Years में दिख रहा है मुझे कि एक कॉलेज में स्कूल में लड़का है और उसको अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड से बात नहीं हो पा रही है. Then I remember I used to see uh, uh, there's one other show that used to come, Different Strokes, I think. I forget the name. उसमें एक rich American white family होती है, वो एक African American आदमी को बच्चे को अडॉप्ट कर लेते हैं. So I got to see American households कैसे काम करते हैं, और मेरे पूरा repertoire culture का American बन गया. So they have had a lot of influence on my thinking and on my approach to life. In fact, the way that I think I'm a super individualistic person, and yet I want to do community conversations, probably comes from America and the hangover that I have because of America. Probably the fact that I am super ambitious is because it has come from seeing a lot of American content and American books and fiction and all of that. So I think that's America for me, and I hope क्या बोलते हैं, I hope they have many more glorious years, and I'm for all the goods and bads. America is a place where I would love to have moved. I know it's not the time for me anymore, but if I had the option, I would love to move to America and probably build something there. I do not know why. I feel that I would probably be more used there. So that's one thing. Regrets. Obviously, I do have regrets that I didn't move to America at the right time, but ठीक है यार, we love the life gives you what it gives you. So that the other thing that I want to talk about is this entire thing about focus and being a multi-potentialite. Funnily, one of my internet friends, Srijan, he is somebody who says कि specialization is for insects, ऐसा कुछ बोलता है मुझे वो, and he says it in a very very nice manner, and then he says कि यार वो टाइम था जब 20-25 साल पहले आप स्पेशलाइज करते थे और लाइफ अच्छी होती थी, बट नाउ वी आर एट अ टाइम वेयर इन थैंक्स टू even more thanks to AI, the ability to do multiple things and be around multiple disciplines will probably serve you more. Now, I am obviously biased because I want to be this person and I want to ensure that I am doing well for myself as a multi-potentialite and as a a man who's uh, uh, all over the place. But I do not know if this is factually correct, and and that's something that I have been reading about lately, and I have been investing a lot of time, energy, effort into thinking more about it, talking to more people about it, finding arguments in favor of it, finding arguments against it. And so far, I don't really have a conclusive document. What I do know is that before this mass industrialized age happened to us in the last, say, 50, 70, 100 years, maybe 70 years after World War II, उसके पहले लोग होते थे यार multi-potentialites. Like, for example, if you look at these European men who would paint and do physics and do inventions and do philosophy and also run the governments. They were all individuals doing multiple things. Like yesterday, I was reading about my notes from Einstein. The guy was like we know him for physics, but he was doing so much more. I mean, Feynman physics reminded me that he was a bongo player and he was a man of words and he would write. I mean, there's so much happening at even a Feynman level. I digress. The point is, industrial age के पहले I think this was a normal thing that people will have multiple skills and they would have multiple interests and they will explore those. I think in the industrial age, when we started doing started screwing the cogs of the machinery, that is when specialization became in vogue and people needed to do one skill very, very fast to create a great output. Now, I think that time has gone. That word has served us already, and I don't think we need that anymore. Purely purely because जो स्पेशलिस्ट वाला काम है वो बचा नहीं है मतलब वो जो डीप रिसर्च हो रही है टू पुश अस टू गेट टू स्पेस आई थिंक दैट आल्सो रिक्वायर्स मल्टीपल डिसिप्लिन थिंकिंग मतलब अगर आप रॉकेट भेज रहे हो स्पेस में तो तुम्हें फिजिक्स मालूम होना चाहिए तुम्हें केमिस्ट्री मालूम होना चाहिए तुम्हें 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 मैकेनिक्स मालूम होना चाहिए तुम्हें कंप्यूटर्स मालूम होना चाहिए so there is so much that you need to know to be able to be able to build that. Now, you may argue that even the team would have five specialists of, say, five different areas, but each area of specialist है ना. I'm sure there are people who will be it. But am I the person who will be the best physics guy in the space rocket launch team? Or I'll be somebody who will be able to understand from the physics expert and probably pull that knowledge and insight into the propulsion system that uses chemistry and then build something and then take from there. So that's the battle and the debate that I have with myself. Let's see where I end up. I don't have a lot of thoughts. I mean, I've written a piece and will link that here. And if you really feel like you can do that. But I've been reading about this and I plan to spend more time reading about this, investigating on this, and hopefully at some point in time I will find the right uh, marriage, and then we'll see where it goes. I think this is it for the day. Uh, as and when I get more thoughts, we'll chat. But I think this is it for the day. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.